I think when we say Arsenal have dark arts, Libya took it seriously.
Okay, away a bit from the thing. Hello guys, welcome again to another week of the Triple Cup show, man. A very beautiful week after a very, should we call it a good weekend without football? Well, I think around 10 days without football.
No, with football, but without Premier League.
Okay.
That's what we are used to. Yeah, with football, man.
Yeah, but without EPL, it's not like football for many of us, you know.
Yeah, I think most of us are not concentrating on international.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, man. It's nice, man. So with me today, man, I got the guy, man, the Manchester United guy, man like Samba. What's up, G?
You already know.
Okay. How you
What's
feel?
up?
How you feel? Let's start. Malek Onana, he played against our team Kenya, and then he got one clean sheet and he only conceded one goal from Manlek Olunga. What's the way to go with that?
Yeah, I watched Onana before we played them the first game, and he really feared Kenya. He said the only team we are fearing in this pool is Kenya, and they knew Kenya would give them a hard time. The game was good, just apart from officiating. I think African matches, the problem even why we don't support a lot of African matches is because of officiating. Yeah.
Okay, on the other side, man, man like Joshua, what's up, G?
What's up, my friend? How are
Man,
you?
I'm good, man. You're rocking your...
You know, my guy.
Okay.
The Argentines, man. I think I was born in a wrong country.
Don't start speculation, Bana.
Yes, I think I was born in a wrong country.
Okay.
I'm supposed to be in Argentina right now.
So you know a bit of Spanish or what?
No, because you know my goat.
Who's your god?
I'm supposed to add one star here, you know.
So how was your team, man? I think somehow it's the international game was good for you, and unfortunately also it's not good for you as Arsenal in general as a team, you know.
Yeah, okay. Starting off with the international game, I think it was absolutely fine to watch some of the teams that were playing, and it was like for those fans of England, I'm not one of them, but I usually support England because when my Arsenal players are playing, somebody like Bukayo Saka.
Okay.
And it was unfortunately when he was playing in this game against the first game they played against Greece, he came out with injury. And seeing that, I was very shocked and I was very sad in same way because I know it will affect us as a club, Arsenal by itself. And when I looked to the other side in Brazil, same, it was we were represented by Gabriel Magalhaes and Gabriel Martinelli.
Okay.
And also Gabriel Martinelli picked up an injury from that match, and I felt so bad, and I was cursing all the international games because when that time you have a momentum, then these things come and happen, it lose your momentum and put them down, you know.
Okay.
So it's very sad and frustrating, and if I can feel myself, I'm frustrated by the international games and those kind of injuries which our players are getting. I can just imagine how somebody like Mikel Arteta is feeling right now.
Okay. Before that, before all this now injuries are coming for many players.
Yeah.
Somebody like KDB started by saying, you know what, you guys are giving us so much games. It's not fair, but the board, it's like FIFA and the rest are not boarding in this thing. But also, Son also came back and also said the same thing. So is it like the players are saying these games are too much to us, but the FIFA in general, the board, which are responsible for the football and keeping the matches, it's like they are not so much about the players' affairs, but so much about what they get after the games.
What I really don't understand is one thing. Like, I think most of the players, they usually want to play football, maybe many times more minutes. They usually complain if they don't get those so minutes.
Okay.
And they usually say they are maybe being rotated a lot and they want to be on the field each and every time, especially when they're signing new contracts. But when they're already comfortable and getting more salary, then they are too much comfortable and they don't really want to play, because if you see, money maybe has taken a very good part of the game. And even FIFA, I know they're doing this all because of money, because they had a threat whereby there was a Super League which was being invented,
Okay.
and having that Super League invented, I think the Super League itself was to generate a lot of money to the clubs, and this one, it will enable them to maybe able as elite team to buy expensive player and also to pay players a lot of money. Players are getting a lot of money. They don't complain because when they are getting those money, and they move to other clubs so that they can get a lot of money. So when it comes to playing games, and most of the elite team, they're the one who are having a lot of games. So they're supposed to understand when you're getting a lot of money and you're playing in an elite club, there is some disadvantage which come with that, and is that playing a lot of games. So you will not find somebody playing in Brentford, somebody playing in Newcastle, or somebody playing in Everton complaining about playing more games.
Okay.
Only the elite people.
Samba, on your thoughts, what's your thoughts?
On the international.
Well, on the international, these games are becoming too many, and again, they are affecting other players because the players need enough muscle time to rest. If you look at leagues like the German league, when they break for Christmas, they go for a very long time. If you look at these other leagues, they don't have as much as games as we have in the English Premier League. So there is the FA, there is the Carabao Cup, there is the Community Shield, all these other games that you have to participate in. So, and then now you're in conference, you're in Europa. If you don't have that big squad, then it affects you.
Cristiano Ronaldo rocking his shirt. He did another Anguka Now challenge, him and Dalot. While me personally, I got the same. Both of my feet are. What's your thoughts, man?
Yeah, Samba.
Hey,
I've tried, man. I've tried to Anguka Nayo. Happy.
Anguka now has gone international.
that was a shock of a surprise. I did not expect that to happen, but man, that's crazy.
How
Okay,
does
for
that
me,
happen, man?
I think the world has become a global village, and the introduction of TikTok,
Yeah, true.
it must have stopped somewhere because you remember Anguka Nayo, this I don't know if it's Gelani or she's an Indian.
Yeah, New Sanka.
Yeah, she went and do it at the New York Times Square.
Uh-huh.
So she's done it so many places. There was this other I don't know what awards was for film.
Mm-hmm.
There was this lady. She's a Kenyan lady. She made all the participants mention Anguka Nayo, and she showed them the dance. So I think from there now it just went
Yeah.
viral.
He started
But it was just crazy Cristiano and Dalot doing it.
because apart in everybody, after Cristiano scores a goal, he has to do the CU celebration, true? And maybe other type of celebration, but for him doing Anguka Nayo, nobody expected that, and it feels nice as a Kenyan to see something that you have invented your own, and it's moving that fast. And I think maybe the way they have maybe marketed those kind of maybe dance and stuff, if they will be able to market maybe our songs, our music and everything, it can be very good to see maybe some of our songs going viral, even though people don't understand the language. But I understand
They feel the vibe.
music is just a vibe,
Okay.
and anybody can hear any music or any language as long as the vibe is there.
Yeah, it's all about the beats also.
For us, we have been listening to Lingala and we don't even speak. We don't know what they are meaning, even the Spanish show. But right now, I'm very happy to see those kind of things, man.
Okay. Cristiano Ronaldo now marking I think 906 goals.
Yeah.
What's not happening? Dalot International still on the Manchester kind of a thing. Bruno in one he plays to the Portugal team. Him and Dalot superb. But what's not happening while they come to the like the Manchester game? Why we don't see that gelling where Bruno is so gelled to the team, where Dalot is everywhere. If he's not scoring and is a defender, he's assisting. But when it comes to Manchester United, man, he's like we are saying he's a flop. But international while he's just fabulous to watch him.
I was watching Benny McCarthy's interview, and he was saying the way they train is superb. Coach Eric Ten Hag is a brilliant coach. He's better than he's at par with all these other managers. But now when it comes to the actual game, they don't know what happens to the players. So I would take it as a, as a mindset thing, because you as a player have the ball, you've been given the ball. What are you going to do with the ball? So it's just a matter of mindset, in terms of believing in what you can do, because when Dalot is good mentally, he does the best job. He gives crosses, he defends well. But in so many games, he's been very shaky, and um, I've been telling Manchester United fans, if I was the coach, sometimes if I feel there's a player who is faster than him, I would switch Mazraoui there, because Mazraoui also can play that role. But sometimes that doesn't happen. But I think international being, I don't know where the difference comes. Maybe because it's a home thing. It's about, but I wouldn't want to put that as an excuse, because you're a player. You're playing to play for the badge, whether it's home country or club. There's just something that does not sit right with me there with the players.
Okay. For the last season, Klopp said, "I'm leaving football because I'm lack of energy." Surprise to our side, man. Guess why he's signing in?
Red Bull.
So I think he got the energy.
So
It was a tactical thing, man.
he said very right. I'm less of energy, so I
Okay.
have to resign, or I have to retire for a moment. But he didn't say that he will retire completely from football. So he said that he doesn't have energy, and it's very true. If you are a top manager and you're in Premier League where somebody like Pep Guardiola is there, you will lose energy.
Okay.
This guy has been in managerial position for Liverpool for 7 years.
Yeah.
He has just won one title.
But he has given a good fight.
One Premier League title. Let me tell you, everybody knows Klopp is a top manager. Even now, even maybe those small cups or Champions League, whatever he has won, everybody knows he's a top manager.
Okay.
But you trying every day, you try and you just, for 7 years, you just managed to win one Premier League. Premier League is the creme de la creme of English football,
Okay.
So if you have just won one title, and to add the insult, you find that apart from now this Pep Guardiola, they have bring another monster called Mikel Arteta.
Okay.
So according to him, you see, here I will see nothing, man. It is just dust.
Then why not go join to maybe another league?
No, where he reached, he is very emotional with Liverpool and some Borussia Dortmund. Okay.
Okay.
So sometimes you as a manager, and at the age that he is, he don't want to lower his legacy that he has left in football. So that's why it was very easy for him to take a role of director of football in Red Bull company,
Okay.
because it will be easy. He'll be the coach of coaches, or he'll be the managers of coaches.
So he'll be just on oversee, not doing
Yeah.
like the real work on the
So
pitch.
that big job, he will not be having it. He will not be getting that much pressure. He will just be overseeing and giving advice to those coach. And for me, I can see it's an easier job than being a coach.
Okay.
So if I know it's so many teams that Red Bull are owning, maybe let's say 4 teams. I think so, but I think it will be easier for him to be there rather than to be in a team like Liverpool, which is an elite club. They're expecting a lot from you.
After every 7 years where Klopp has been, he has always retired from where he started. He went to Dortmund, and I have the same sentiments as Joshua. At Dortmund, he tried his best. Then what did Bayern do? They buy all the best players.
Yes.
So he had Lewandowski. He had all these top players. He had the likes of
Aubameyang.
all these young players. Aubameyang. Yeah, this young guy who scored the winning goal
Mario Götze.
for Spain. Mario Götze. He had all the best players, but the moment he nurtured and he brought new talent,
Bayern buys the
stole
player.
from him. I think Klopp as a manager wouldn't have left the scene if he had a support like Pep Guardiola's got. Because let me trust me, even Mikel Arteta is trying, because these clubs like Liverpool were not known to be spenders.
No.
The
I
time they
think Klopp
won,
is the manager who has used a very maybe very low expenditure compared to these big six
yes,
teams.
yes. So you can imagine, at the height of his performance,
Hmm.
he's like, now let's go all in. Let's buy the who's and the who's. We've won the league, we've won the Champions League. Now let's go into the market and buy. But what happened? They never gave him the support.
I think FSG
So
was very reluctant to use a lot of money. Yeah.
yeah, and you can see even clubs like, you can see even the times of Arsene Wenger. If Arsene Wenger allowed the club to spend more, or if he pushed the club to spend more, then there would be different performance.
Sure.
Pep Guardiola is a top manager, but let's not put the fact that this guy is given the budget. He gets who he wants. He gets as many players as he wants. So if Klopp had the same ecosystem, I think EPL would be a problem for us, because I was watching the highlights of the time they won the league. Bro, man, those games are, you just have goosebumps. Like, it was crazy, the atmosphere.
Yeah. And
So
that time you find Liverpool maybe lost maybe
yeah,
one single game.
yeah, you can imagine. So going to 99 points, 97 points was crazy. Scoring 100 goals, was crazy. So, but imagine at where he was, he never got that support that he deserved.
So is it a matter of like Liverpool are not yet there when it comes to spend for the players, but they want to get the same thing like Arsenal are getting, like the same results
Yes.
Arsenal are getting, same results Man City are getting, while they're investing more when it comes to the players and maybe the more on the team than what clubs in Liverpool is getting.
Yeah, I can assume that because you see, when they wanted to go for somebody like Romeo Lavia, Caicedo, they all changed their mind at the end of transfer and they say we want to go to Chelsea, something like that. It's all about money.
Okay, now like we have seen rumors online where it's being purportedly, allegedly, I mean, somebody like Trent, I think Real Madrid are on eye on him. Somebody like Salah or maybe they've not yet added his contract, so we are expecting maybe the Saudi things, but he hasn't said yet. So do you think, on their perspective, because I've seen most of their players, they do leave, not like transfer, it's only that the contract is gone, and Liverpool as a team, they're not extending their contract with the team. So is it a thing with Liverpool, or maybe they wait until the contract is done, then they get another young player, they sign him, and then the thing goes on and on and on. So it's not like they want to invest on other big players on their team as compared to many big teams like Arsenal, Manchester United, Chelsea, and the rest.
No, I think Liverpool has been selling their player very expensive. They are buying their player chips, like of Coutinho. They sold him for 105. Somebody like Luis Suarez, they sold him for a lot of money. Fernando Torres, they have been selling their player quite expensive.
Okay.
But it's only that somebody like Van Dijk is 34 now, I think. So still his contract has not been renewed. I think still they are on negotiation. I'm not sure it's about Liverpool rather than about Van Dijk himself. Somebody like Trent Alexander-Arnold, I think they have started to negotiate about his contract. But if it comes to that, Trent is very young, and he can. But he's a local. He's a Liverpool born. So it will depend with him if he still wants to stay in Liverpool. But that one also will determine if Liverpool this season they will go far. Maybe picking one trophy here and there.
Okay.
It will depend a lot, because every player, I think most of the players now, we know they want to wish to play in a team like Real Madrid. When Real Madrid calls you, it's very difficult for a player to refuse. That's why we were also very scared when they mentioned the Saliba is on their list.
Okay.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah.
Okay. So on the other side, man, Chelsea as a team, there's last the month of September, I think it has been the beautiful month for them. Their manager won the manager of the men's side. That's what's the name? Maresca. Their women's side also, the manager won the manager of the month, and then Cole Palmer, man, winning it the player of the month. What's your thoughts, man? I think because if you ask me, I think now Chelsea are the place where we want to see, or it's what we are seeing like the time of Drogba, like the time of when Havertz was, what's the name? Not Havertz, the other guy.
Hazard.
Hazard, I mean, yeah, sorry. Hazard was there, man. It's now we are seeing that time where Chelsea was gelling and they were getting the thing. Is it like a flu where they have just like a very small kind of fixture on good fixtures, good run of fixtures? Maybe they have not yet reached to a place where their fixtures becoming so hard in a way.
No, I think from now we'll start judging them with the fixture they're having, because they have Liverpool and Chelsea have been having a very good fixture, we can say like that, very good fixture, maybe mid-table fixture. So from now on, we can start judging them with how they perform.
If you can remember, last week my prediction was, I said Chelsea are not going to win. If you can remember very well.
Yes.
I was just waiting for them to fumble, and I was waiting for what game, and I saw Nottingham Forest, and I was like, now this is a test for Chelsea. So they performed well. Well, they deserve what they did. Palmer scored 4 goals in he broke the record. But now Chelsea now are going to have now the fixtures. These are the fixtures that are going to define, because Liverpool away, Newcastle home, Manchester away, Arsenal home, Leicester away, Aston Villa home. We can say on paper maybe Leicester away, but you don't know at that point how Leicester would have performed in also those 4 games.
Sure.
So if you look at Liverpool away this weekend, I don't think they're gonna. Newcastle home will be crazy. Manchester United away, that will be crazy. Arsenal, I don't think they'll beat Arsenal. Aston Villa will be hard to beat. So we can see Chelsea move 6-7 positions in the next 1-2 months.
Okay.
Depending with them. Yeah.
Okay, what happens if they don't? Because our perspective is they will they have nice fixtures. What happens if like now the 4 fixtures you have said, we have Chelsea there, we have Manchester United there, we have Arsenal there. If what happens if they come up and become it doesn't happen what we think? Because if you ask me, if you watch the international, the guy for France, he scored and he's from Chelsea team, yeah, but he's not playing on like in the main team on the EPL. I think they have many guys who are playing so well in a way, like even if the fixtures don't look so good to favor them, I think they have the team to maybe come and beat any team if they get.
Yeah, on that side they have an advantage in terms of the squad. For me, I'm just saying these fixtures define the team. So if Chelsea goes ahead and beats Liverpool away, then Chelsea will have confidence.
Definitely.
They will be like, Newcastle will be coming home. We must beat them. If they beat Newcastle, then there will be Manchester United has not been Manchester United up to now is not yet set. If they beat United last season, so they won't fear beating United again. They will look at Arsenal as a challenge, and if they score fast against Arsenal, then they would want to win that game. So it just shows, even for the Premier League contenders, how much do you want it? So we can't write off Chelsea. We are just saying if they want more, then they can win all these games. And if then they find themselves in a position 2-3, then they would want to stick there.
Malek Tuchel was part of the Chelsea thing. Manchester United were still on the verge of not yet trying to get the manager who gonna succeed Ten Hag. He was approached, but unfortunately he said he doesn't want the game. And surprised to our knowledge, now he's the manager for England. What's your thoughts, man? Because I think, if you ask me, I think Manchester United as a team, it's much bigger platform for you as a manager as compared to you being on an England team, because these international duties where we know the games are only available maybe after every 2 months or 3 months. It's not like you have consistency with that team. If you are the manager, which was the best option for you to choose if you are given the chance?
Yeah, I think if I was Thomas Tuchel, I think I will go with the England job. I know there is a challenge there because he's a German and maybe he's coaching an international team, and it's England, especially England itself, There is a challenge, and most of the England fans or England citizens, they will be having that question mark, like, why should we be coached by a Germany coach? Like, we don't have those enough or maybe skilled manager who can maybe able to level our games to to be able to win the trophies. Because if you see, Gareth Southgate maybe has gone to maybe 3 finals, and he has not been able to win any final. But according to where he took that team from where it was before, I think he left the team in a very good position. The only thing was lacking is picking the trophies only. So they could have wanted to take maybe like somebody like Eddie Howe, but he was not available because he's in his managerial duty in Newcastle.
Okay.
I'm 100% sure they have talked to him. But what I can see is the hypocrisy in maybe England fans, whereby they saying they don't want to be managed by a foreign manager, and they were very, very happy when they heard that FA is talking to Pep Guardiola. He's a foreigner.
Okay.
So the issue is not even
That was
foreigner.
nice.
The issue is maybe German or Spanish,
Okay.
So I can say, let's say in Africa, we have been used to be coached by foreign coaches.
Coaches, yeah.
And we have never seen it as an issue. Making the fact that I saw a team like Sudan was being coached by a Ghanaian, and they went ahead and played that Ghana, and that the point here is the Ghanaian coach is in the board of Ghana FA,
Okay.
whereby it's a conflict of interest, and they were able to beat Ghana in their own turf. Like Ghana now, I think is languishing. Maybe I don't think they will qualify for the AFCON next season. If they don't win the next game, they will not qualify for the next AFCON.
AFCON, yeah.
And is a very concerning thing, because if you have somebody like that who can coach another team and won against you and is from your own country, why don't you take this person to be your own coach? But it's not like that. Tuchel could not go to Manchester United because the job was not ready.
Okay.
Because last time they also talked to Thomas. They talked to him last season, but they were not able to give him the job because they decided to let Ten Hag continue. So a bird they always say a bird in a hand is worth two in the bush. So the job which was ready, it was in England job. So if it was me, I will take that job.
So he had issues with the regulations which they were planning. Like as a manager, you're not being concerned with the player they are going to
buy.
They're just going to suggest a name, then they are going to bring you 3 names. So out of these 3, choose. So, and the work that was at Manchester United is a lot of work. As Zidane has shunned away from it, very big managers have shied away from it. So for me, Thomas Tuchel is a very great manager, and he came to Chelsea and he won the Champions League. He's won like all those major cups in the accolade. You can see his portfolio. So for me, it's a win for England. It's only that they have a lot of double standards. Even in the questions they're asking him, are you going to sing the national anthem? All these pundits, former players complaining.
Gary Neville,
Why
Lineker.
yeah, why didn't they didn't Englishman? Yeah, like they have so little to choose from, but yet they want the best. Let's give props to Southgate. He's done what he's done, but as a manager, you can't go to 3 finals and not win anything. The boys have been singing "It's Coming Home." So, Dawood, imagine you have Bellingham, you have Saka, you have Kane, you have Oli Watkins, you have Rice, you have Trent Alexander-Arnold, you have Walker, you have Sancho, you have Rashford, you have Mino, you have all these players, and then you have Manchester United. Just go for this job that players.
You can choose any player that you want. You have a variety of players to choose for. You can choose. This is Jude Bellingham is in La Liga. I can take this guy. This is somebody maybe is in maybe League One. I can choose this. He has maybe a surplus of players. He can be able to choose. But in Manchester United, it's very difficult with the pleasure.
Okay.
And the point that Samba has said about you are not being able to choose which player you need. You just say I need a midfielder. They will bring you 3 names. Choose from this person. This is our budget and this is what we can afford. So from this player, choose one. Maybe they are not even, all of them, they are not even in the way you want them to play.
Okay.
Then the issue, you remember the last time when he was maybe sacked from Chelsea, it was the same issue. True, Samba? Because they were not agreeing with Todd Boehel about the players. Because Boehel was just buying players which Tuchel doesn't need.
Okay.
And maybe he needed some players that Boyle maybe doesn't need those players. So,
No.
so according to the reason why they maybe separate with the Chelsea, then you can come and find it somewhere else. You will not want to be in that
To be in
environment.
the same mess.
Yes.
On the other thing, man, Ten Hag, not the Ten Hag. I never knew, man, that somebody like Sir Alex Ferguson, he's an ambassador for Manchester United for that all the time. Until I think yesterday when I saw the Ineos guys, they said now they terminated the thing, and he's not allowed to enter the changing rooms and whatever. But according also they came up and say he's allowed to enter the changing rooms, but not while the games are, like, he'll not be in the cleaner, like the inner circle of the Manchester United thing. What's your thoughts? Because it's I was saying on other guys' other points were saying it's like they're breaking. It has been there since time immemorial. I think Bob something. It's a long thing. It has been happening with Manchester United. So when these things happen, also it's raising flag from the England fans themselves and the Manchester United, maybe the players who have been there before.
Sir Alex Ferguson, salute to you, sir. He came when Liverpool had 18 titles. He walked out with 13 titles. Liverpool was still there. So he's done an incredible job at Manchester United. And I personally feel there has been a lot of influencing from the class of 99 and all these oldies and all these legends of Manchester United. You can remember when Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was manager.
Yeah.
A lot was influenced even by Sir Alex Ferguson, sometimes even squad selection and everything. You know, if I manage this club and then you are coach and then I call you and tell you, tomorrow play 4-3-3, you know, you just put Rashford on this side, you know,
But
all those things.
But wait, he
Yes.
He won with those tactics. Maybe when he sees it's not happening to you, I don't see any harm when him try to give you like that sort of thoughts or advice to do it. I don't see any harm.
I think advice, you have to ask for advice, you know. True?
Yeah. You know, we all have played football and we all see how beautiful it is from outside. Like you would have just passed. You would have just,
Yeah.
you know, headed the ball from outside.
Yeah.
From outside. But now coming in the field, that's a totally different experience. So in my view is Manchester United had a lot of problems, and I think I would give first of all props to Ineos for what they have done, restructuring the whole thing from the football director, talent scout, nutritionist, all these key people, because those are the people that make you win. You get sporting director and all these people. So you can see from the little time that they have been together what they have done. Like for example, I'll give a case, Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo was going to go to Manchester City. Who called him? Sir Alex Ferguson called him.
Yeah.
Told him, you can't go to Manchester City. Come back home. So Cristiano Ronaldo coming back was, for me, was memorable because he is one of the legends that I really look up to. But again, you saw the problems that it brought, and at least he was able to expose Manchester United, how they have been. Even the swimming pool he left, still left, is the same pool that was there.
No any renovation.
The same dressing room, the same. Yeah. So I think it's just doing away with the ties that may affect in future, henceforth, the dealings of the club.
Okay, Joshua.
Yeah, I think I don't see any issue them maybe revoking that contract, because if you want to be an ambassador, just be an ambassador. Why should we pay you for that if you are a legend, you know? So people are crying out loud, especially the pundit say Manchester United legend saying like, no, he has not done this one, he has not done this. There is somebody like Wenger, he has been there for Arsenal for a very long time. He won so many titles, and he was, we recall him as one of the legends in Arsenal, you know. But after he retired in football, he moved away from Arsenal. That's what it's supposed to be. You leave, move away from the team that, because you say you have retired, what are you doing there? You yourself, you have said you never knew he was an ambassador until when they revoked his contract recently, true?
Yeah.
So what was he doing? What is the work of an ambassador? He's supposed to be It's supposed to be the picture. It's supposed to be attributing for Manchester United. And all this time since he left the club has been in shambles. The club has done very bad. So what is his purpose there? If we are paying him 2 million a year and we don't see his job there, what has he? If there was success in Manchester United, that time we could have said you're not doing good. But there is no success. That 2 million a year, it could help them to pay another good player, you know?
Okay.
So what they are doing there, you remember when Ralf Rangnick was leaving the club, and he was supposed to, when he leave the club, he will be promoted to be
the sporting director.
Not sporting director, to be like a sporting director, advising and maybe yes. So but when he stopped, he said, I don't want even to be a sporting director. And why? Because he said very well that team, that club need an inside out surgery.
Yeah, an open heart surgery.
What does it mean? It means that you have to remove things from the top before you come to the players.
Okay.
And that is what Ineos right now they are doing. Because you cannot just go there and start, you have to restructure the team. And the big problem is up. First clean up, then you come down. Because the player, they only need a coach. And if you buy talent, it will be easy. Because if you check all those good players which are Manchester United, Jadon Sancho, Bruno Fernandes, Dalot, Cristiano Ronaldo was there. Can you say like somebody like Onana, he was the best in Europe before he comes? Somebody like Mazrui is still performing very well. Not Frankie de Jong, Van der Beek, before he moved from Ajax, he was the best in Ajax before he came to Manchester United. Anthony, we saw what he was doing in Ajax. But when they come to Manchester United, everything changes and you cannot even believe. Even Pogba when he came back, even Lukaku when he came back, they are performing very bad. And you can see this is not about this player themselves. It's the environment they are in.
Okay.
And that environment, if they change the environment by changing everything there, I think it will be the best for them.
It's all about the toxic environment which is within the Manchester United like a whole.
Definitely. So they, if you want your child to grow, okay, what does a father do? He tell this is your land. Just build your castle there. Whatever you want to do is your life now.
Okay.
That's what Alex Ferguson supposed to do. Leave the Manchester United to deal with their own problems themselves, because you left them and now they are capable of doing this themselves, and they have been doing very bad in your ambassadorship when you are there.
Okay, on that side, man, it's an unfortunate, as we understand the international and the source of things, it's an unfortunate thing when I saw the Nigerian team where they're being stranded in Libya until they end up trying to they boycott that game and just went on and not play the game. It feels bad for me as a fan, leave alone the people from the country, like the Nigerian guys. Them seeing their players being stranded for more than 20 hours, and then you're being played. You need to play the game. It's not a good picture in a whole, like in the African kind of, for the CAF kind of a thing, because it's not a good picture, you know.
I think when we say Arsenal have dark eyes, Libya took it seriously.
Okay, away a bit from the thing. So, man, for those guys who are playing Fantasy Premier League, man, I think the last game week 7, it was a very crazy game week where many managers, they got the best points, quote unquote, and many managers, they got the best points, which was the few number of them. So in game week that, we had the average point, it being 46 points, man. Joshua, were you among the guys who were above or below the...
I was below average, and I don't feel good when I'm below average, because I think this is the second red arrow of the season so far, but I'm very comfortable because I'm not panicking.
Okay.
So this time round, I went with the templates, yes, but I was on my back or on my head. I was knowing that Haaland will not perform.
Okay.
So I captained him, but I knew also Salah will be shaky, you know.
Okay.
So this one, it does happen, but when you see those people who had Bukayo Saka, they're the one who jumped over us.
Okay.
Because most of us, we didn't have Bukayo Saka.
Yeah.
So not so many players performed, but if you see the likes of Solanke, Oli Watkins, those people performed. And that's the reason why I told you the last time. Is this the right time for us to move on from Haaland and start investing in the
other managers?
In the strikers?
Okay. Yeah, man. So for my side, man, I think I've been the laughing stone for this season. the calls which comes to my... Don't laugh, man. It's a serious matter. Man, the guys calling me, it's all of them, they want to confirm how many red arrows I'm getting, how many points I did not receive. How, like, I'm the chest, it's the cornerstone which the builders refuse, you know.
How many points did you have?
42.
Yeah, you see, you tried. I had 42, but I had negative maybe 4.
Okay.
So I think...
but for you, it's the one-time thing. For me, it has been weekend. It's a regular thing, you know.
No, for me, I blame myself because I had players that you have. You remember somebody I told you?
Yeah, I remember.
Why are you crucifying me? What did I do?
No, I had somebody like Salah on my team. And I knew that when you have Salah...
I did not captain Salah.
You didn't captain, but you had him. Before you didn't have him. And
No. This one, I'll go with it to the wherever, to the bank, wherever.
Mm-hmm.
Salah, that was the first person I said I will not remove to my team.
Okay.
Palmer, the day I decided to remove him, that's when things
started performing.
Robinson, the same thing. Now I said, okay, I've owned these guys. They have not helped me. Now I try to own new guys. Same thing, same shit.
It's happening.
It's not happening still. So I don't know. Is it me when I buy the players, they are not happening, or it's a me problem? I think I'll concede it's a me problem.
You remember when we started fantasy and you were performing very well last season but one, and I told you fantasy is like betting.
No, for you said it's your first season, it's your luck.
Exactly.
So second season you'll be beaten. Second season I was still good.
You are still good, but you see that time you just buy somebody, then the next game he performed very well. You remember?
Yeah.
That's how fantasy is. Most of it comes with luck. But when you decide to
Kuramba,
oh my God, you will be doing each and every time you captain this one, is not happening. You try to captain another one, is not happening. You buy another player who is performing very well, then he stop performing very well. You wonder what is the problem, you know?
Okay, so what should I do? Should I continue with what I'm doing?
No.
Or should I maybe try to... Because if I go to buy players which you have, you're saying I'm the reason why they're not performing.
But
so what should I do?
That one should not deter you from buying those kind of player that you know they can perform.
Okay.
So what you're supposed to do, I can advise you to stay with the templates. But now the template is going to change because most of I think now is something like 1,500,000 have
made the wildcard.
Have played the wildcard.
Okay.
So the template is going to change, and you know when you're playing a wildcard, you're not playing a wildcard for 2-3 games. You're playing a wildcard maybe for around 5 weeks or 3 weeks or 4 weeks, you know.
Okay.
So you have to look for ahead the type the players and the type of games they are having, the fixtures, the FDR. So you have to have this one all analyzed very well. Sometimes it backfires, but it will backfire maybe for 2-3 games. But most of it will pays you, and you will be able to have that template. So with your weekly transfer, you'll be able to adjust in every week. So I think by doing so, it's easier rather than to rush on to do a transfer or to do a wildcard, and you have not planned ahead.
Okay.
That's what makes this one very difficult.
Okay, on my side, man, when I check the stats, it's like team like Arsenal. You guys, man, I think this, if I check the fixtures, Bournemouth, Liverpool, Newcastle, Chelsea, and Nottingham Forest. But on the other side, you have said, during the international, man like Martinelli, he'll be out. Odegaard still has been out. On the other side, somebody like
Saka.
Saka also, he picked up an injury, but you're not sure yet, but he's still flagged. Because you said you're not going to buy somebody like a Saka or the Arsenal guys because the fixtures, the first 5 fixtures, were not that good and convincing to you. But also the Havertz, I saw is flagged also. So when you check, like now, if you ask me, now was the best time now to invest on those maybe Arsenal players because we are seeing there's consistency in them.
Yes.
But again, now like your big guys, your big guns are the one getting the injuries. So is it a right option now for me to invest on the Arsenal assets or no?
No, if you are going to invest on Arsenal asset, who are the people you wanted to invest on?
Gabriel, since I got him, 0 clean sheet. Havertz, I wanted to have him, but I don't know. I don't still yet trust him, but still he gave us the points.
The problem is he was like that.
Yeah. Saka, now I want to have him, but now
he has injured.
He is an injury man. So I'm like, what should I do with the Arsenal team? Raya, he was the good. We said like, okay, Raya has been good, but Onana, on the other side, he's the best performing and is keeping more clean sheet than any other guy. Like it's just crazy when you try to get these assets on my team.
Now I know why Saka got an injury. So you wanted to buy him?
Man, nigga, this. What is he saying? What is he saying, Samba? What is he saying?
Now you see.
You see, Joshua will look at the players. Joshua will look at your squad first and then create his squad. So he'll make sure the players you have doesn't have.
No, it's very funny. Like Onana has so many points, okay? And if we look who is the better goalkeeper between Onana and Raya, we'll definitely say it's Raya, okay? But Onana has kept maybe 4 clean sheets.
Yeah.
And but the problem is he conceded a lot of goals. Maybe in one game he'll concede a lot of goals. That's the problem. Another problem, Then the other thing that saved him, he saved a penalty.
Okay.
That one is very rare to for a goalkeeper to save a penalty. So when he save a penalty, then it throw him upper to have those kind of points what he has. Okay.
Okay.
But for somebody like Raya, you can see I can take now Raya on my team as a goalkeeper, because I understand when Arsenal find a very difficult team, they tend to keep a clean sheet rather than a very medium team. Yeah.
Try to go up gun blazing. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So right now I can decide to take maybe Raya to be my keeper, because I know they'll be very, very keen on defensive.
Okay.
But if you are playing a team like Southampton, Leicester and something, they will try to go out very rarely, and they have to look at team, because you have to plan for each and every team.
Okay.
And their potential. But when you're playing a simple team, they can score against us, but we just need to be forward-minded more than defensive. Because if you possess a ball very oftenly, it's difficult for them to take. But remember, when you possess a ball, the only thing that makes you to be scored, like you remember when Sterling was playing, because he was dispossessed that ball.
Okay.
And that time, all the defenders, they have came maybe outside their position and their structure.
Okay.
So you get attacked when you receive a counter attack. So it sometimes it's difficult for you to manage those kind of games.
Okay.
So Raya now, and if I compare Raya, if I want to take Raya or Onana, I will still consider them very vital in the team, but I will go with Raya as my keeper.
Okay.
Between them.
Okay.
Not between other keepers, because if I'll decide to go for the other keeper, I'll check the fixture. Though we know Man City have very, very good fixture, but they don't keep clean sheet. But you can see Ederson can assist.
Okay.
So
I saw the joke. I saw the joke you did there. That Alisson has had the same amount of assists as compared to Anthony. What's wrong with you with Anthony, man? You're mad.
No, like it took 206 games for Alisson to be able to reach for Anthony 3 assists.
Okay. So man, like Samba, when I say that like the fixtures for team like Liverpool, I'm like worried. Because like the first game weeks, we said like they don't look so good for Liverpool to win them. Yeah. That's when they won the games. Then they came to play a team against Nottingham Forest, where we thought maybe also because they have a very nice run of fixtures, a very nice kind of scores. This is the game week which they'll score. But when I check the fixtures now, I may want to go and invest on the assets from Liverpool, because we saw somebody like Luis Diaz. He was the best thing for those fine fixtures until he started blanking. Salah, we know Salah. Salah has been Salah always all in. But now somebody like an Alisson, he'll be out for, I think he has an injury, I don't know until when. So I think somebody like a Kelha will come in, and we know Kelha as always is good to.
He's a very good.
He's a good differential kind of a goalkeeper. Many guys have said you go for Anthony for the Trent kind of a thing as a defender, but there's somebody like a Konate who's cheaper and he has confirmed the minutes and he plays the most games. But when you say somebody like a Trent sometimes, and except Van Gaal, the rest of the defenders, Robinson and the rest, are being rotated in sometimes. When you thought this the week you'll get the clean sheet, that's when they are not getting the clean sheet. But when I check the fixtures, is it the right option now to maybe invest to those likes of Jota, Luis Diaz, somebody like a Salah, Konate, Kelha and the rest? Because they do play against Chelsea this week. After that, they play away against Arsenal, Brighton, Aston Villa and Southampton. That's their fixtures.
This Liverpool is a little bit different in terms of, the club side was, you could really know how to invest in the squad, because You would know Mane, Salah, that's a must to start. Uh, but this club side sometimes he rotates Jota with
Nunes.
Darwin Nunes. Yeah, so you never know. Sometimes a game comes, Darwin Nunes is firing, another game he's not there. So though Jota would be a good pick if he plays.
Another person I can go for is Salah. You know, Salah, they will not rotate him. Whatever word. It's very rare. He will be
Yeah.
there. And I will invest in Salah right now because he's going to play against Chelsea. And somebody like Wesley Fofana will not be there because he got 5 yellow cards. Somebody like Mark Cucurella will not be there because he has 5 yellow cards. That wing, they'll definitely deploy a very young talent there.
Okay.
And it will be an highway for Salah to pass through.
Let's see. Maybe
So,
Chelsea, we
yeah.
don't know.
Yeah, so I'm 100% sure. If Cucurella was there, it will be difficult for Liverpool to win that game. Cucurella is a baller. He just forced everything. You know why he got those so many yellow cards? Because he will not let you go with the ball, and even though Cucurella said that he was targeted by the but that is a very stupid thing to say, you know.
Okay.
He said that he's being
Yeah.
targeted by the English referee because they won Europe against them. It's very stupid things to
Yeah.
say, by the way. Because I have
True.
seen so many people winning even the World Cup, and I don't see any referee treating players because of. Even I'm 100% sure they were not thinking about it.
Okay.
Now they have bring that on the table. They will start thinking.
No,
about
no,
that.
yeah, maybe, yeah. Because
Yeah.
if
So-
you say it and you don't have proof,
Yeah.
let's then do it and we have proof. We did it, you know.
Because okay, what Wesley Fofana can say then? He won anything?
Nah.
But he has 5 yellow cards. They have to play better. They have to make sure they don't get those yellow cards. There is no excuse for that. Another thing, Liverpool, they have a very high chance for them scoring in this game. But also being scored, there is a higher chance because we see Chelsea, they have a very good attacking, the likes of Madueke and Kunku, Jackson and Cole Palmer. So I am not gonna bank on Liverpool to put a clean sheet.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna bank on somebody like Salah to score goals, somebody like Trent to give this assist. And if I want to go in saves, I don't think I will go for Kerala because you know even lack of minutes as a goalkeeper sometimes it reduces your confidence.
Okay.
So I
But
will not-
last season, when he was out, when Alisson was out, but when he came in, he did the thing for them.
but it grows, you know.
Okay.
It grows slowly and slowly because now if he could have started with a simple game it will be better, but now he'll start with a very difficult game going forward.
Okay.
So
Also,
when they being scored maybe 2-3 games, maybe 2 goals in this game, it will lose his confidence down, and it will be very difficult for him to come back in the next game. You know.
okay.
Yes.
Yeah, well, you guys were saying also this Chelsea fixture is kind of hard. Samba, on your side, Liverpool, Newcastle, Manchester United, Arsenal, Leicester. Do you think it's the right option now? Because Cole Palmer has been better. Okay, point-wise, he performs like 1 week, he'll give you like the 6 points. And then one day he blasted, give him many points. And then, because we know he performed better when the hard games are there.
I think Chelsea are quite aware. They're quite aware of what is up against them. They know they have got difficult fixtures, and they know if they win, it will propel them to a better position. So the good thing about them is they've been banging the goals. So the only thing to do playing against a team like Liverpool, a team like Arsenal, a team like Newcastle, a team like Aston Villa, you have to score more goals. For example, this game this weekend, if Chelsea need to win, they need to score more. But if they let Liverpool score 2 goals and wait to come back, then that will be a problem. But if they score more, then they will be just in a safer position. So for me, I think they should not panic. They should just play the game, but make sure they score more. They will absolutely be in a better position.
Okay. On this side, man, when I come to the small teams, a team like Everton, they were bad when the first 3 game weeks. Them and Brentford, also, they were a bit not that good, that bad. And then Brentford, man, the beasts. I think they're dark cats now. I think they're the Arsenal. You're the king of dark cats, but they're the what do you? They're the checkmates of the dark cats, you know. Because how do you play 4 games back to back? The first minute of the game, you get the goal.
For them, it's not even dark art. It's just art, you know.
Okay. we had somebody like what's his name, Louis. He was saying they need to be man like Mbemo need to be checked, you know.
Yes.
Maybe there's some, you know, African thing here and there.
African juju. But anyway, doing that in one game, yeah, it's okay. Like what Sadio Mane did last time, he scored hat-trick in 3 minutes, you know, and doing that in 4 games is exceptional, you know.
Yeah.
Like, and it's consecutively.
Yeah.
It's
back to
not
back.
like after the other game.
No.
So you can see like now teams they will be able to make sure they don't score you the first time, you know.
But I think wait.
The moment you are saying make sure they don't score you the first minute is the moment you blunder.
I think that's why you give them the leeway to do that.
Yes, because now you don't concentrate on you going forward. You concentrate on you defending them not to,
Score you in the first minute.
and they end up giving a corner. After getting a corner, a header is there. You know, Collins is there waiting for you to
To do
header
the
in
mistake. Yeah.
So we can see these things happening, and that's why we love football, because you don't know what you're expecting in each and every game.
Okay.
There is always that
surprise
mystery, you know, that mystery in every game that you see, and it will happen, and sometimes doesn't happen again.
Okay. Talking about mysteries, man like Samba, Nottingham Forest, they surprised us. Well, they beat Liverpool on their home ground. Do you think now, if you know, as a small team, when you do something like that, you I think it gives you something. And also when they play against Chelsea, it was a bad day for Chelsea, you know, also. So do you think moving forward, they're the small teams which you are trying to think they're not there, but they will give a good fight?
They haven't lost yet, so that gives them that confidence. And you know, when they reach the midfield, they are playing a very, very high-speed game with Anthony Elanga, with the likes of, I don't know what's the name of this guy. They are just playing a very quick game upfield, and they have this guy from Chelsea. What's his name?
Tammy Abraham. Hudson Odoi.
No, the one who scored against Liverpool.
Odoi.
Yeah. So they have very quick players playing up front, and they wait for you on a counter attack, and they get you. So I think they've found a style of play, and they're sticking to it, because holding to 1-0 against Liverpool at Anfield, high pressure game, last minute, you know what happened. Like I was watching the game. If you watched the game last week, Nottingham Forest went and almost scored. The keeper saved. Then Chelsea went and almost scored, and it was the final whistle. So it was a crazy game. It was a crazy game.
Okay. On that side, Everton, we are saying, Joshua, you are the guy who had criticized them a lot, but that guy McNeil, I think he's just a masterpiece in a wrong team, or he's just there for a purpose.
No, he's not in a wrong team. I think he's in the team that they're supposed to be. It's only that I think they have maybe they were having those struggles with their defenders.
Okay.
But because they were scoring goals.
Yeah, but they were being beaten also.
Remember, last season, they were not scoring goals. They were defending a lot.
Okay.
So I think the issue now this season was their defender was the issue. So for them, you can see how much McNeil is generating the chances. It shows you that if there is a person who can maybe convert those chances that he's creating, like Calvert-Lewin, because it's not that much clinical in front of goals. But I can see if they get that connection whereby the defenders are protecting them, it will be easy for them to win games.
Okay.
Now they can score goals.
Yeah.
But now they are waiting for them to win games.
Okay.
Because scoring goals alone doesn't get you anywhere. You can see Manchester United where they are, because they are conceding a lot of goals.
Yeah.
So for you, if you'll be able not to concede goals, even if you get a 1 goal away, it will be very good for the team.
Okay.
So McNeil is in a very right team.
Okay.
Because some players, if you can think maybe they're in a wrong team, when you took them from that team, you put them in another team, you will not see them shining, because other people will be maybe shining brighter than them, and maybe he's getting that confidence in that team because he see at least I perform better with these people.
Okay, talking about guys who are performing better with the kind of people, Johnson from Spurs, Werner on the wing, he's been I think Son needs to be back. But when you come to Johnson, back to back also, he's another guy who's delivering back to back. Samba, when you talk about Spurs as a general, the team itself, they have the Spurs thing. It's never happening. But when you check, when it comes to a player in person, like how he makes it the team, I think Johnston on that thing, him and Madison, I think they have clicked in a way, and also Kulusevski on the other wing. I think they've just made one thing, which is, I think if they find a bad team, not bad, like defensively bad team, I think there are guys who we need to watch much more and give more attention. I mean,
Johnson is from even last season, he showed a lot of signs that he was going to be a great player. You know, what gives him the cutting edge. That guy is very, very fast.
Yeah,
that guy is very fast. Just one mess and he leaves you, and he knows what to do with the ball. When he gets the ball, he already knows in his mind, if I'm going to give a cross, if I'm going to dribble in the box, and he knows who to look for. So he look either for Kulusevski, look for Madison, or he will look for, Solanke. So he's very, very lethal.
Okay, as we went off on the kind of striker thing, you said and also said Havertz is that one person, but now unfortunately he's injured. Now he'll be out of the topic. Do you think there's another kind of a thing? Because I think somebody like Delap, he's the most underrated striker in the EPL when it comes to fantasy.
Yeah, Liam Delap is very underrated, but the issue of him being underrated is not individual performance. I think it's a team as whole, because they just come from the Championship, coming to the Premier League, it will be very difficult,
Okay.
But we have seen that they are scoring even against the mighty Manchester City, and we never expected it to happen, and they scored the first goal,
Yeah.
And any goal which is coming from Ipswich, it's coming from Liam Delap, or maybe the assist from Davies.
Okay.
So you can see the intensity of the player here he is, and you can know that there is individual performance and brilliance is there.
Okay.
So Liam Delap, as much as we're trying to ignore the person, we are having those kind of player on our FPL, but sometimes we don't play them because maybe we are having the likes of Watkins and Haaland, and you watch the games which they are playing, and you check your midfield, you have Salah, and maybe you have Saka, maybe Rogers or McNeil or stuff, and you try to gamble and you see the best option that I can go here. If a striker score, that's three points. But if a midfielder score, it's 4. So you can see the chances or the probability for
getting more points from a
midfielder is easier than from the striker who is Liam Delap and the team that he's playing and the team that he will be playing against.
Okay.
So that is the cutting edge whereby we see, but in our teams, we put him as an enabler.
Okay.
And in case maybe somebody doesn't play, we put him as the first choice, whereby it will be easy to auto sub.
Yeah.
So for him, we cannot also ignore the fact that Havertz is there, and it's not that he has the injury. He is 75% chance.
Okay.
And when you see 75% chance, you just keep him on the team. He will play, because we didn't get why he's injured. He was playing. And then we saw that he will not go with the team, with Germany team. I know they just want to protect him from those kind of injury. Only the issues is what happens to Thomas Partey. They just want to protect him, because Thomas Partey, they forced him to go. And it was like, no, he's not well, because he has played so many games. You remember, the reason why we wanted to discuss Thomas Partey away is because of the injury prone that he is.
Yeah.
And so far, in that midfield, he has been the consistent player. Declan Rice got a red card, and the other guy, Merino, got an injury. Odegaard is the one with an injury. I think Partey has been playing every minute in that midfield.
Okay.
So sending him, and you know how injury prone he is, sending him to the international, it will be very devastating in case maybe we lose that player again, and that midfield will be zero. That's why they took those kind of chances. Even though maybe they fake it, I'm not sure about it. but it's good to protect your players.
Okay, as we wind off, man. So, what's your thoughts? Who's the captain for this week? While somebody will try to give us on a quick shot, maybe the prediction for this week. We have Spurs and early kickoff. Spurs against West Ham. Fulham playing against Aston Villa. Ipswich against Everton. Manchester United against Brentford at home. Newcastle against Brighton. Southampton against Leicester. Bournemouth against Arsenal on Sunday. Wolves against Man City. Liverpool against Chelsea at 6:30, and Nottingham Forest against Crystal Palace on Monday. What's your thoughts and what's your prediction, Samba?
My prediction for this weekend, first game, early kickoff, that will be both teams to score. Both teams to score for the London Derby. Fulham, Aston Villa. I would bank on on Fulham to score a goal. Ipswich versus Everton. Ipswich are going to score. You bank on Ipswich to score a goal or two here. Manchester United versus Brentford. Brentford have not lost a game after international.
So you go with that thing.
So Brentford will be stinging here. You know, this one will be a both team to score. This one over 2.5. Why? Manchester United, when they start the game, I don't know what happens. It's easy for them to concede in less than 10 minutes. We've had that problem ever since Mourinho, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, all the managers. And with the pace Brentford will come, everybody will want to stop them not to score. So this is a high-scoring game. If we win, that will be. I'm not expecting to win, but if we win, I'll be happy. Newcastle, Brighton. This is a very, very interesting game. This is both team to score over 2.5 goals. Southampton versus Leicester. Southampton versus Leicester. I'd bet on Leicester to score a goal. I'd have more odds there. Arsenal versus Bournemouth. I don't know why I have a feeling about this game of Bournemouth and Arsenal.
Yeah, every time Manchester United always have a feeling when Arsenal is playing.
No. There's a time
you said it last time, you know.
Last year.
Not last year. Last week. Last week, but one. We are playing against
Leicester.
Yes, Leicester. Yes.
What happened? You won the last minute.
We won the game.
Yeah, but you remember, I had a feeling.
Yeah, it was very difficult, by the way. And you know, we were 2 goals in front, and they came. They came back, and we were nearly losing that game.
Yeah. So there's a game Arsenal are playing with Bournemouth. I think a season
last
ago.
Season it was.
Then Bournemouth scored 2 early goals.
Very early. Solanke.
Then
I think it was the fastest goal in that Premier League that time.
So I don't know why I saw this game and that came to my mind. The problem is when Bournemouth score, Arsenal always comes to win the game. So on rare chances, this is just a game that Arsenal would win on. You know,
they're supposed to win easy.
Well. Okay.
Yeah. Wolves versus Manchester City. This year I'm not really betting on Manchester City to perform. Once you win the Community Shield, then it's a jinx.
It's a jinx. We want to see if they will break that jinx this time round.
I want Wolves to put a challenge here. Both teams to score here.
But
Liverpool versus.
But you remember, Wolves has been an open book. Everybody just come and just do their thing. They have not won any game.
We are after international.
So it's understandable.
Which player of Wolves played a single game in a club?
I think most of them they never played. I think.
Because also Hichan didn't go.
Yeah. So international surprise always has surprises. So you'll see Ipswich maybe thrashing Everton very easy. So both teams to score there. Liverpool, Chelsea. I'm seeing Liverpool are going to win this game on grounds that they will score more than Chelsea will score. But that is a high-scoring game. Both teams to score over 2.5 goals. Nottingham Forest versus Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace, they know how to defend. This one, if it will go under 2.5, I don't see Nottingham losing 1x or under 2.5 goals.
Okay, man. That's good, man. So, guys, man, big thanks to all those guys subscribing to our channel. Big thanks to all those guys also sharing the links. Don't forget, man, leave a comment there. Just press the notification button on get the more content which we have. And then don't forget, man, always check the Spotify also. We have so many episodes previously. So we also, you can check our content on the Spotify app. Guys, share as much as possible. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Tell a friend, and man, we promise to give you an episode week in, week out, And big thanks to the team as always. If I'm not there, man, last episode, Samba, you, Mike, Joshua, it's a beautiful thing seeing it unfold. For the first time, I've never been in an episode with you, so this is the first time also a very good one. Big thanks,
Always when somebody is here, you are not there.
Yeah. It's it's just when I'm out, Samba is here, Mike is there. So for the first time, Samba is here and I'm here. Yeah.
Oh, that's good. That's nice.
Yeah, man. Joshua again, big thanks here.
Manze, thanks, Manze.
Yeah.
And we send all the appreciation to all the peoples and the feedback that they are giving to us. And we really love how you challenge us in many ways. And we promise you that every week we shall be having a content about the football. And in case maybe you want us to discuss anything about football, we are here and you are welcome maybe to come and we have a chat.
Okay, man, don't forget, we have our ladies fans. Okay, guys say football is a game for men, but unfortunately, I think the best football Liverpool fan we have ever have on the channel, it's a lady, and the best also Man City fan we know. It's a lady
and Manchester United.
No.
They are crying.
Manchester women.
Yeah, they are crying a lot, man.
So, man, it's been nice, man. Till next week, it's been nice, man. Adios, we out.
Yeah.
Peace.
Adios.
Peace.